In this tutorial, you explore the Resource Manager. The tutorial familiarizes you with the steps needed for working with the Resource Manager when working with DynamicPDF Cloud API Designer Online, or when using any of the numerous DynamicPDF Cloud API REST endpoints. The tutorial familiarizes you with the steps needed for working with the Resource Manager. For example, when working with the DynamicPDF Cloud API Designer Online, or when using any of the numerous DynamicPDF Cloud API REST endpoints. The DynamicPDF Cloud API is a set of REST endpoints for creating and modifying PDF documents. You can also use it to get metadata about those documents. It's easy to use, it's efficient and scalable, globally available, and secure. Key features include an online document report designer, merging, stamping, and adding barcodes to PDFs, form-filling PDFs and retrieving form-filled information, converting images to PDF, encrypting and securing PDFs, retrieving text, XMP, and other information. We also have an online tool called Designer that makes creating PDF documents from a report template easy and straightforward. And you can call our REST APIs directly using your own client API or a tool like curl, or you can select one of our client APIs that make calling the REST endpoint easier. We have one in C#, Java, Node.js, and PHP. Get up and running quickly using the DynamicPDF Cloud API. Our online designer, the REST APIs, and client libraries make it easy to add PDF capabilities to your applications. The DynamicPDF Cloud API consists of the following REST endpoints: DLEX layout, image info, PDF info, PDF text, PDF XMP, and PDF. Let's go to the tutorial. Docs, Tutorials, Environment Manager, Exploring the Resource Manager. In the DynamicPDF Cloud API tutorials, you are asked to use numerous resources. All resources are available from your cloud storage space using the Resource Manager. Tutorial files are available in the Samples folder. You should already have a Samples folder, but if not, create one by right-clicking and then creating the folder. Let's add the Getting Started folder to Samples if you do not already have this folder in cloud storage. First, we need to log in. So go ahead and go up here and click Login. And if you don't have an account, you can sign up for one free, but we assume you have an account, so log in. And this takes you to the Environment Manager. We now need to go to Manage Resources. So select Manage Resources, and that takes you to the Resource Manager. You should see something like this, just a root and a Samples folder, which is empty. Select the Samples folder, then select the Add Samples button. This displays a dialog that lists all the sample resources that you'll need for the different tutorials. Now for this tutorial, let's just select Getting Started. So check Getting Started. Okay. And it adds the samples. And it creates the Getting Started folder, and there are the 3 resources for that folder. Right-click on Getting Started JSON, Download, and that downloads it to your file system. Now select Getting Started.dlex, right-click, select Copy File Path, and that copies the file path to your clipboard. If you want to add a file from your local file system to DynamicPDF Cloud API storage, you need to drag it to the drag files here to upload to this folder. And I have this file creating PDF endpoint.png. I drag it over there, drop it, and there you go, it's added. Okay, let's delete that file since we're not really going to use it for anything. Right-click, delete, and then select delete. And the file was deleted successfully. You can add a new DLEX, so right-click and select New DLEX, and a dialog will appear where you can provide the name for the DLEX file. So I'm going to name it My Report Create, and it adds the DLEX file. Double-click it to open it in Designer, and it's just a blank DLEX template in Designer at this point. One thing to note about dlex files, notice how the gettingstarted.dlex file and the gettingstarted.json file have the same name. If we open the dlex file and it has the same name, it will also load the JSON data. Double click on Getting Started to open the dlex file. And it takes us to Designer, and there's the dlex template. Go ahead and click that button right there to view the Layout Data Editor. And there you can see the preloaded data set for the JSON data. Go ahead and run it. Click that little green arrow up there at the top, and that'll process the report. And there you go. DynamicPDF creates the report from the dlex file and the JSON data. Okay, let's close it and close Designer. Now let's rename myreport.dlex. So right click, rename, and change it to My Report Revised. And there you go. So it renamed the report. Now let's delete the folder altogether. So right click, Getting Started, delete, and it'll ask you if you really want to delete all the files and subfolders, and it deletes all the folders and files. You use the Resource Manager to manipulate files that you want to add or remove from your cloud storage. So as you can see, working with the DynamicPDF Cloud API's Resource Manager is straightforward and easy. I'm James, reminding you, when you think PDF, think DynamicPDF Cloud API. See you next time.